I'm Cynthia Siregar. I'm one of students English graduate study program Faculty of Cultural Science University of Sumatera Utara. Now I'm gonna explain you about distinctive features, phonological processes, and phonological rules. We're going to the last topic. It's phonological rules. So what is it, phonological rules? Phonological rules are commonly used in generative phonology as a notation to capture sound-related operations and computations the human brain performs when producing or comprehending spoken language. They may use phonetic notation or distinctive features or both. For the examples, in most dialects of American English, speakers have a process known as intervocalic alveolar flapping that changes the consonant T and D into a quick flap consonant. In words such as butter and notable, the stop consonants T and D only become a flap in between two vowels, where the first vowel is stressed and the second is stressless. It is common to represent phonological rules using formal rewrite rules in the most general way possible. Vocalic alveolar flapping described above can be formalized as this one. We can see right now we are going for format and notation. The rule given above for intervocalic alveolar flapping describes what sound is changed, what the sound changes to, and where the change happen. In other words, what the environment is that triggers the change. And the illustration below presents the same rule with each of its part labeled and described. T and D are flapped when they occur after a stressed vowel and before a stressless vowel. The first one is title of the role. The second one, the underlying sound that is changed. In this example, the brackets represent all the features the changed sound have in common. T and D are both stop consonants and both articulate with the tongue touching the alveolar ridge. Therefore, this rule applies to all sounds that share those features. In English, only T and D. Rules can be written with just the individual sounds to be changed, but using square bracket notation allows the rule to apply to a class of related sounds. Suggestion for refining the traditional notation to better reflect the set theoretic types of segments and natural cases are made in some recent work. The third one is the arrow represents that the sound on the left changes to have the features on the right. The fourth one is the sound that T and D change to or the individual features they change. The fifth one is the slash is a shorthand notation for in the environment where it means that the notation to the right describes where the phonological rule is applied. The sixth one is the sound or the features of the sound that precedes the one to be changed. In this example, the T or D that becomes flapped must be preceded by a stressed vowel. The next one, the location of the sound that is going to be changed. In this example, the underline means that the T or D that becomes flapped must be in between two vowels, where the first is stressed and the second is not. The eighth one, the sound or the features of the sound that follows the one to be changed. In this example, the T or D that becomes flapped must be followed by an unstressed vowel. And the last one is a prose description of the rule, specifying when it applies and what it changes. Characteristic. According to Hayes 2009 lists the following characteristics that all phonological rules have in common. For the first one, language specificity. A phonological rule that is present in one language may not be present in other languages or even in all dialects of a given language. The second one, productivity. Phonological rules apply even to new words. For example, if an English speaker is asked to pronounce the plural of the non-sound word example words, they pronounce the final as that, not as, even though they have never used the word before. This kind of task is called the work task. The third one is untaught and unconscious. Speakers apply these rules without being aware of it, and they acquire the rules early in life without any explicit teaching. And the last one, intuitive. The rules give speakers intuition about what words are well-formed or acceptable. If a speaker hears a word that doesn't conform to the language's phonological rules, the word will sound foreign or ill-formed. Logical rules can be roughly divided into four types. The first one is simulation. When a sound changes one of its features to be more similar to an adjacent sound, this is the kind of rule that occurs in the English plural rule described above. The as becomes voice or voiceless depending on whether or not the preceding consonant is voiced. The second one, dissimilation. When the sound changes one of its features to become less similar to an adjacent sound, usually to make the two sounds more distinguishable. This type of rule is often seen among people speaking a language that is not their native language, where the sound contrast may be difficult. The third one, insertion. When an extra sound is added between two others, this also occurs in the English plural rule. When the plural morpheme z is added to bus, bush will be unpronounceable for most English speakers. So a short vowel, the schwa is inserted between s and the z. Dilation. When a sound, the last one is dilation. When the sound, such as a stressless syllable or a weak consonant, is not pronounced, for example, most American English speakers do not pronounce the D in handbag. Handbag. Slide will be the last explanation about our topic today. It's rule ordering by Jensen. We have four types of rule ordering. The first one is feeding. The application of A creates the opportunity for B to apply. The second one is bleeding. It's the application of A prevents B from being able to apply. The third one is counterfeiting. It's the application of B creates the opportunity for A. And the last one is counterbleeding. It's the application of B prevents A from being able to apply. And the last one is derivations. When a distinct order between two rules is required, a derivation must be shown. The derivation must consist of a correct application of rule ordering that proves the phonetic representation to be possible, as well as a counterexample that proves, given the opposite ordering, an incorrect phonetic representation will be generated. So yeah, that's all for our topic. Now we have finished to talk about three topics. For the first one is distinctive, the second one is the rule, phonological rule, and the last one is phonological processes. I hope it can help you. Yeah, thank you.